بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أعزائي الطلاب، السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Let's continue the lesson 4B Cultural Differences الاختلافات الثقافية Part 2 Reading. Before we go to reading the passages, let's start with some discussion. A. Discuss. Question 1. Think of gestures or customs that exist in your country. Since we live in Saudi Arabia, what are the customs known very well in Saudi Arabia? Here are some. Kissing the nose, drinking coffee or offering coffee to guests, coffee with dates, and burning bakhur and oud to perfume the house and the people. These are some of the customs. هذه بعض العادات الخاصة بالسعودية. طيب, question 2. Do you think they are the same everywhere around the world? هل تعتقد أن هذه العادات والتقاليد والحركات أو الإشارات في العالم كله؟ طبعا لا. Of course not. Because each society has its own gestures and customs. لكل مجتمع عاداته وتقاليده. And we'll read about that. سوف نقرأ الآن عن بعض هذه الاختلافات بين المجتمعات. Exercise B. Guess the answer to the questions below, then read and check your answers. تعالوا نخمن إجابات هذه الأسئلة. Question 1. How do Saudis perfume their houses and clothes? كيف عطر السعوديين بيوتهم وملابسهم؟ A. They burn something, or B. They light candles. Of course, Saudis burn something. They burn bakhur and oud. B. What's a common way for people in Belgium to greet each other? People in Belgium, الناس في بلجيكا, how do they greet each other? كيف يحيون بعضهم? Do they kiss each other on the cheek, or do they only shake hands? A. They kiss 3 times on the cheek, or B. They shake hands. I guess they kiss 3 times on the cheek. Number 3. What do pulling the skin down under your eye mean in Japan? This movement, what does it mean in Japan? Does it mean something is boring or something is interesting? As you see you can see the face. I think it's something boring. Now we'll read about 3 people telling us about cultural differences that happened to them in some situations. Here is the introduction. John Boston, Jack Madison, and Peter Miami. After reading, we'll go to answer these questions in exercise C. Introduction, المقدمة. They do it differently. They do it differently أي بشكل مختلف. We know what feels normal and right to do in our culture. نحن نعرف ما يبدو عاديا وطبيعيا وصحيحا ولائقا في ثقافتنا. But other cultures have customs and gestures that are different and they may seem strange to us. الثقافات الأخرى لديها تقاليد غريبة قد أو مختلفة قد تبدو غريبة بالنسبة لنا. So it's easy to misunderstand someone from a culture that is different from our own. Here are a few examples. طبيعي جدا وسهل جدا أن يحصل سوء تفاهم مع شخص من ثقافة مع بين أشخاص من ثقافات مختلفة. Example 1. John Boston. John says, while I was in Saudi Arabia on a business trip, I was invited to a Saudi friend's house for lunch. It was the first time I had been to a Saudi house and I was impressed by the spectacular decoration. At lunchtime, my friend Ibrahim showed me into the dining room where I met his 4 sons. The boys were talking cheerfully about their day when a man came in the room silently carrying a beautiful cup with something burning in it. I was curious about it. I was about to ask Ibrahim to tell me more about it when a wonderful smell رائحة جميلة interrupted my thoughts. Ibrahim explained that it's a custom in Saudi Arabia to burn bakhur, a kind of scented wood, to create a pleasant atmosphere. It is also polite to use bakhur when you have guests. بوسطن كان بيزور السعودية واستغرب البخور، لكن فهم عندما شم رائحته وعندما شرح له إبراهيم الموقف. Jack Madison, I am from Wisconsin. Wisconsin is a state in the USA, من ولاية أمريكية. And when we meet someone for the first time, we usually shake hands. العادة عندهم المصافحة. Well, I had a big surprise in Belgium في بلجيكا. When I was introduced to my friend's brother, something occurred which made me feel uncomfortable. I said hi to him extending my hand. يمد يديه يعني متوقع عن المصافحة وفقط. And he came up to me and kissed me on the cheek, not once but 3 times, going from one cheek to the other, من خد لآخر. Of course, I went red, خجلت, and they started laughing at me. In Belgium, it's common to greet someone by kissing 3 times. عادة في بلجيكا التقبيل 3 مرات. Peter, last year I was invited to Japan by my friend Deki. On the second day of my visit, Deki asked me if I wanted to go to his house for dinner, and of course I said yes. It was really enjoyable, but halfway through the night I got something in my eye. شيء دخل في عيني. So I tried to remove it. حاولت أزيله, but I tried to remove it with my finger. Deki's brother saw me and he got really upset. He got very angry. I couldn't understand why though. I asked Deki why his brother was angry with me, and he told me that in Japan, when you pull the skin down under your eye, it shows that you find something boring. Later in the evening, I apologized to Deki's brother and tried to clear up the misunderstanding, but I'm not sure he believed me. These are 3 stories about cultural differences, 3 قصص و3 مواقف عن الاختلافات الثقافية وما يمكن أن يؤدي عدم تفاهمها إلى بعض المشاكل. Read again and answer the questions. Question 1. What did they use bakhur in Ibrahim's house? And in most Saudi houses, why do they use bakhur? They use bakhur to make a pleasant atmosphere. عشان نصنع جو جميل ولطيف. 2. How did John first react when he saw bakhur burning? كيف كان رد جون لما شاف البخور بيحترق؟ He was curious about it and was about to ask. كان شغوف. He was dying to know what is that. كان حريص يعرف ما هذا. Number 3. Why did Jack extend his hand? لماذا جاك لماذا extend يمد يده to what? To shake hands as he is used to كما هو معتاد. How did Jack feel when the man kissed him? كيف شعر عندما قبله رجل؟ He was so uncomfortable that he went red. احمر يعني كان شعر بعدم الارتياح لدرجة أنه احمر من الخجل. Why did Peter pull the skin down under his eye? Was there anything boring? No, but he got something in his eye. What did Peter do after the misunderstanding بعد سوء التفاهم اللي حصل مع أخو صاحبه? He apologized and tried to clear up the situation. Exercise D. Look at the highlighted words or phrases in the texts and choose the correct meaning A or B. العبارات والكلمات بالأحمر هي كلمات مظللة في النص. نريد أن نخمن معناها. Number 1. Silently. Is it without moving بدون حركة or without speaking? Of course it is without speaking. Was about to. I was about to go. كنت على وشك الذهاب. Does it mean was ready to, was afraid of, was ready to. Number 3. Occurred. Something occurred. شيء حصل. Was said or happened of course it happened. Clear up the situation. يشرح الموقف، يوضح the misunderstanding. ها. Explain or find out. It is explain. Remove. Remove your shoes before you enter the house. ها. Take out or cover. It is take out. Be careful. Respect other people's customs and traditions so that they respect yours. Thanks for today. Keep learning.